Hi there, Julietta Skoog here. I'm the early years lead at Sproutable, and I am going to show you how to use the Early Childhood Educators tool cards from Positive Discipline. These are 52 tool cards that share positive discipline tools and principles, and they're great for preschool teachers and great for parents of young children. This tool is called Prepare the Group in Advance. So this might seem a little obvious, but it is really powerful, and I think a tool that's really not often used with young children. So with the teacher side or in a classroom, there are different ways that we can use curiosity questions to prepare the group. So we might say something like, what kind of feet will we need in the hallway? What kind of voices? Or what kind of voice did we decide we needed? And it also is really helpful to prepare individual children, especially ones that might be a little bit more uncooperative for upcoming tasks. So you might say something like, it's going to be cleanup time in 5 minutes, Stella. Which toys are you going to help with? To give them some preparation for this. And at home, this is really huge for young children. I think not only is it respectful to give them a bird's eye view of what's happening for the day, but it also really helps us attune to their development. You know, it is hard for them to remember things day to day. To have the visuals are really helpful on our calendar, for sure to have pictures and to have those prompts as well. So for little parts throughout our day, like transitions from one part of the routine to the next, and then also the big ticket things. So for example, in the morning, you might say, okay, are we gonna walk to school or are we gonna ride our bike? You know, how fast do we need to get ready depending on which one that you wanna do? Or you might say, are you gonna take a long bath or a short bath so that we can read longer books later or shorter books? What's your plan? So doing a little bit of some preparation in advance for what might be a sticky point later on in the routine. So a lot of times I'll prepare kids in advance by saying things like, we're gonna finish this game, we can play this game through, especially because my kids love to do different like role plays and imaginary games and things. And so there's never really a set ending on that. And so I might say, okay, we can play through the birthday cake or whatever, through that part of the game, or we can play, you know, 3 rounds of this card game, and then I'm gonna need to start making dinner. So giving that preparation for what's gonna be happening next. Or it might be something like just simply within the weekend, you know, that things are happening. Like, okay, we're gonna be able to go to the park in the morning, but then the grandparents are coming in the afternoon. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of an earlier quiet time, and we're gonna need to make sure that we can have the house cleaned up and ready before they come too. How are you gonna help? Or what should our plan be? You know, really joining with them as a team to be able to navigate some of those, what should we do, how should we do it, and also this is the plan. So even giving them some choices with that. You know, you might say, I've got to run a bunch of errands, or I'm, you know, taking sister to soccer game. Do you want to come with me for that? Or do you want to be dropped off at grandma's house? And so that they can, you know, they have some preparation for it's going to be a long time in the car ride. You're welcome to come and we can pack your bag. Or you have this other option too. Or if you don't have the option, you know, preparing them for advance. It's gonna be a really spicy Sunday. We've got a lot going on, so we've gotta make sure we get a good night's sleep. We've gotta pack our bag ahead of time. And there's gonna be a lot of time in the car, but it's also gonna be fun. We'll listen to good music and we'll make sure we have some fun snacks too. So just including them in any of those kinds of preparations just feels respectful in that way. And then again, helps mitigate some of those tantrums that can happen during transitions as well. Finally, this tool, Preparing Kids in Advance, is really great to start with very, very young children. So talk to your baby about this. Talk to your 1-year-old, your 2-year-old, you know, even if they're pre-verbal, their receptive language is much stronger in the beginning than their expressive language. And then you get the practice too for how this kind of communication and language is in your home or in your classroom. So even if you have the very, very, very young children in your classroom as well, prepare them in advance. Talk them through what the day looks like, what the morning looks like, what the week looks like. And this is so, you'll just see their eyes just kind of open, you know, especially when you're really tuned into them and talking to them in this way and getting curious and asking for their ideas too, even when they return, do a little serve and return with their language as a little bit of a babble. It's really nice to get into that habit, into that practice of communicating with them in a respectful way and letting them feel like they are included and that their voice matters as well. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure to watch our other how-to videos for these excellent positive discipline tools for young children. Real moments are learning moments.